skeleton scanner. Biologist Adam Summers reveals the insides of fish. October 2020 by Jeanette Ferrara. As you read, think about what scientists can learn from looking at the insides of animals like fish. Adam Summers is a marine biologist at the University of Washington. As part of his job, he investigates questions about sea creatures, like how can some fish attach to rocks or burrow in the sand? What can armored fish teach us about protecting humans? To answer those questions, scientists need to understand the physical structures of fish. That's why, for the past 3 decades, Summers has been creating 3D images of fish skeletons. To make them, he uses a machine called a CT scanner. Summers posts the images online for researchers to study. Summers has also turned fish skeleton images into vivid works of art. For these pictures, he uses a different process that involves staining the fish's bones with colorful dyes and photographing them against a bright light. Summers recently spoke with SuperScience about his fish scanning process. What made you decide to start scanning fish? I studied biomechanics, the structure, function, and movement of living things. In 1992, a group donated a CT scanner to our lab. This machine uses invisible waves of energy called X-rays to take pictures of structures inside the body. A computer combines the images to create a 3D picture. I scanned one fish at a time and enjoyed looking at the data. When I shared the pictures, people asked to scan their favorite fish. Eventually, I decided to try to scan them all. So far, we have scanned over 4,000 species. How does the scanning process work? We borrow preserved fish specimens from museums. When they come to the lab, we take them out of plastic bags they are shipped in. We wrap several fish up together in cloth, soaked with a substance called ethanol. This keeps them from drying out in the machine. Then we pop the wrapped up mass into a plastic cylinder. The cylinder goes into the CT scanner, and all the fish are scanned at the same time. What new things have the scans revealed? People have used the data for hundreds of projects. We learn all sorts of things: the anatomy of new species, how bones fit together, which fish have really dense or large bones, and how scales and bones interact. How can the images help scientists? We have described new species of fish, and that has been really special. It is so neat to be involved in expanding our understanding of biodiversity, Earth's variety of living things. What do you love most about your job? I get up every morning and get to ask questions that interest me. I love finding the edges of what we know and pushing those boundaries a little further out. Here's that image of the CT scanner. And here is how a CT scanner works. Number 1, a container holding the fish is placed in the scanner. This one right here. A rotating device sends X-rays through the container. You see these arrows here under number 2, the red cylinders. These waves of energy pass through the soft tissue, but bounce off dense material like bone. Sensors measure the X-rays. That's number 3. And a computer combines the images to make a 3D picture of the fish, which looks like this one, number 4.